and the view. Ernest Graham. 2 catches and a touchdown run. And here is Florida State. Second offensive set for the Seminoles.
Important series for Chris Ricks, just to manage the game and just stay calm here.
Greg Jones makes his first appearance and gets the handoff. Football. No, down by contact. Andre Davis. Let's go back and revisit the touchdown run of Graham.
One of the problems Florida State has had has been fundamentals. Watch these 2 guys, Pope and Alonzo Jackson, just go for the fake. They don't stay at home, they don't play their position, and they leave all this area open. The only guys that can make that play are on the backside, and they were totally fooled by the fake.
Loss of 3 on the last play. It's 2nd down and 13, and Ricks will go from the spread. 2 wide receivers left and right. A 4-man Florida rush out of the backfield. The catch is made by Greg Jones. Breaks 1 tackle, and the 3rd man gets him at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a play you've just seen Florida State run over and over. I mean, Charlie Ward ran it. Chris Wanke ran it. They just run little curl routes outside and throw the flare to the back and say, okay, tackle these guys in the open field. Greg Jones hasn't gotten the ball thrown to him very much at all this year, but in practice he's been showing that he can catch it. Only 2 catches coming into the ball game, but he's been proven in practice that he can catch it as well as run it.
FSU with a 3rd and 8.
This is where Florida likes to really do some tricky things on defense, zone blitz type things.
That's exactly what they rush 3, and Ricks, who can run, but slides down at the 27, short of the 1st down. He's rushed for more than 300 yards this season, but Florida holds and will get the ball back. Regional action. The NFL on CBS tomorrow. The Jets at Miami, Indianapolis and New Orleans, Cleveland, Baltimore, Seattle, Buffalo, Tennessee, Cincinnati, and out on the coast, the Chargers at Oakland. It all begins with the NFL Today tomorrow.
Yeah, Deion got his picture in there now.
Yeah.
They added him to the promo.
Made the promo squad. On 4th down, here's Gwaltney. This one, a terrific punt. Lito Shepherd at the 22.
Big hit.
Good open field tackle by Florida State. A 50-yard punt, 10 on the return.
I think we're getting another personal foul on Florida State, or an unsportsmanlike conduct, a little extracurricular stuff going on after the play. Maybe on both teams, but would really hurt if it's against the Seminoles.
We have a dead ball, personal foul against the receiving team. 15 yards, 1st down.
Wow.
And the ball will be moved back inside the 20-yard line. Spotted at the 19.
You know, Steve is so frustrated with penalties. The last 2 years against Florida State, 15 penalties in each game. They lead 7-0. 7-0 Florida. Here's what the penalty was at the end of that punt return. It's Corey Bailey, number 24 for Florida. A little pushing and shoving, and then that last punch. That's what got it. I wonder if he's a Lewis or a Rockmount fan. Big fight tonight.
1st down and 10, Florida. 3rd offensive series. They lead by 7. Here's Grossman. Right side. Beauty. Just a gorgeous thing as he finds Taylor Jacobs.
They're so hard to defend, Vern, because they have 3 receivers that are all extremely talented. Here's Taylor Jacobs working on Stanford Samuels. And it's just, again, a simple curl route, and Grossman reads man-to-man. But you know, who do you double? If you double Gaffney, then Caldwell and Jacobs can still beat you man-to-man. That's what has made this Florida team this year so dangerous, the emergence of all 3 wide receivers.
And all 3 are on the field now. Caldwell in motion on 1st down and 10. Grossman back, goes to the right side. They work on Samuels again. Riche Caldwell at the 36-yard line.
Stanford Samuels playing in this game tonight, a starter at corner, playing with a a heavy heart, some unusual circumstances. I was at practice in Tallahassee Thursday. He was not there, and I come to find out, or we found out, that his aunt died in Miami, and he had to go home to take care of some things, and he took a Greyhound bus at 11 p.m. and got to the hotel at 7 a.m. this morning in Lake City, Florida, and made the decision to come back and play. And but certainly unusual circumstances and unusual pregame preparation for Stanford Samuel.
On second down, they fake the reverse, and Gillespie out to the 42-yard line. And while we have a moment, let's check in with Jill Arrington.
Well, guys, Coach Spurrier tried something new for today's night game to break up the day's anticipation. He bussed the players to the stadium and held a walkthrough. It gave them a chance to visualize and focus on the task at hand tonight. He got the idea from Bob Stoops, who did it last year with his national championship team. Spurrier did it last week for the first time, and it obviously worked, guys, because they had a big win over South Carolina.
Yeah. Hey, he said the long hours are just awful waiting for a night game. Worked so well, he did it again today. Here's Grossman with an eon of time, and he will run. Now pulls up and completes the pass. That one's good to Brian Hogebrook, the senior, who's been in on a lot of plays here early in the going. Brian Hogebrook listed as the 4th string wide receiver.
That was good coverage downfield. Again, Florida State, Mickey Andrews, defensive coordinator, electing to rush 3. And they dropped 8 in coverage. And you know, this is an important series for Florida State. They need to keep this game close. The first quarter has not really been kind to Florida State, and Mickey Andrews knows an important series right now for his defense.
And conversely, it has been a big quarter throughout this season for Florida. They have scored 7. Here's the fake reverse again, and it's Graham going for the first down. Ernest Graham, number 5, moves to the 46-yard line. Well, take a look at the comparative numbers of points put up by these two teams in the first quarter of this season.
Well, Florida loves to jump out on you. I mean, they love to get a lead so they can start mixing the run and the pass, and Florida State has been an unusual slow starter. Now, they played great in the second quarter, but they cannot afford to get behind early in this one. Florida, their 8th first down in the ballgame. Florida State, only 1.
From the 46, 1st and 10. Grossman back again with time. Pulls up, goes deep right side. Here comes the double coverage, and again, it's just beyond the outstretched arms of the receiver, in this case, Riche Caldwell.
And again, the problem for Florida State that they've had all year, they're not getting to the quarterback. They're giving Rex Grossman too much time, and then they're not able to cover for long periods of time. Grossman able to step up in the pocket, reload, and then Caldwell just runs by Samuels. They must get better pressure on the quarterback to hope to have a chance tonight, because you just can't cover these guys very long. You must get to the quarterback and disrupt Grossman's timing.
Now, Florida State with only 14 sacks on the season. Steve Spurrier said the absence of pass pressure, the biggest thing he noticed about this team. There's a 3-man rush, and Graham scoots down the middle inside the 35 with another Florida first down.
One of the great rules about throwing screen passes is that offensive linemen can release downfield as long as the ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Watch Zach Zadelis, the right guard, get out in front of this play. He's going to get the key block for Aaron Walker right there on the middle linebacker, Bradley Jennings. Another good block on the other side by the guard, Shannon Snell. And another first down for the Gators.
Zach Zadelis, a rarity, one of the 6th-year seniors. He given 2 medical redshirt years.
And the only guy on the Gators to have been on the field when the Gators last beat Florida State.
Yeah, Grossman and Gillespie recognized the play clock under 3. There is Zach Zadelis. 21 seconds to go. First quarter of play.
60 Minutes, Sunday.
Florida on the move again. They're up 7-0 on a touchdown run by Ernest Graham, and they have moved inside the 35, 132 yards already for the most potent offense in NCAA football.
Number 1 passing offense, number 1 total offense, big play receivers. They've already got 4 passing plays of over 10 yards in the ball game.
First down, 10 Florida. David Jurgensen in at center will snap it back to Grossman. Twin receivers left side, Jacobs and Caldwell. Play fake, Grossman. Deep left side for Taylor Jacobs. What a beauty! What a a timing pass. My goodness. 27 yards, absolutely on the mark.
Well, this is a checkoff at the line of scrimmage, and what Rex is doing is he's saying, okay, let's max protect. Let's keep everybody in and just have a two-man route. Have as much protection as I can. Let our guys beat their coverage, and a perfect throw to Taylor Jacobs. You just cannot throw the corner route any better than Rex Grossman did right there. But it starts with the protection. You know, you've got so much confidence in your receivers that you keep everybody in and then throw it.
Gain of 27. Here's the toss to Gillespie. He is hit behind the line and driven down. Nice play by Michael Boulware, number 58. And a much-needed momentary respite for the Florida State defense. That's the end of the first quarter with our score 7-0 Gators. We'll return to Gainesville, Florida right after this message and a word from your local station. We welcome you back to the Swamp in Gainesville, Florida. Florida State. The Gators with a second down and 12 at the 12. Second down and goal. 5 wide receiver set now. 3 down linemen for Florida State. They'll bring 3, drop 8. And Grossman comes right. He will run. And runs out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Rex Grossman, who doesn't run it all that much. We were talking to Steve Spurrier yesterday, and he said, well, in last week's game against South Carolina, at least he ran forward. We congratulated him.
They had a couple good runs, but the good thing for Florida tonight is everything's working offensively. They're possessing the football. They had that ball 10 minutes in the first quarter. They ran 24 plays. Florida State only 9 plays. And I'll tell you what, you think Florida State is the one that needed to try to hold the football and keep Rex Grossman off the field. The Gators moving the ball at will right now.
3rd and goal. 4 receivers lined up wide left, and Gaffney alone wide right. Blitz. Grossman in the end zone, wide open. Taylor Jacobs. Rex Grossman has just thrown his 31st touchdown pass of 2001.
Mickey Andrews trying a lot of different things. He brings Boulware on the blitz, but he can't get to Grossman in time. And Grossman able to find Jacobs in the back of the end zone.
Chandler's extra point is up and through. Rex Grossman having a pretty decent season, isn't he? Richey Caldwell, Taylor Jacobs enjoying the moment of the 31 touchdown throws this season that Rex Grossman has made. Look,
that's sick.
40 for the season for the team. Now that includes Brock Berlin, and they have allowed 3.
They're the only team in the nation to rank in the top 10 in both total offense and total defense. I mean, they've been getting it done on both sides of the ball.
Dominic Robinson is the deep man. PK Sam, I beg your pardon, along with Crefonzo Thorpe. This one very short and taken at the 19-yard line. That was Chandler on to make the kick. And let's go back and look at the touchdown throw.
Watch the perfect execution. Now the key guy is Brian Haugebrook. He's going to hook up right in front of the safety, and that's going to allow Jacobs to get to the back of the end zone with no coverage. Watch Haugebrook. Contains the safety and then the back of the end zone. 4 wide receivers set, a little unusual, but just perfect spacing and perfect execution by the Gators.
.52 career touchdowns, most in NCAA history by any man in his first 2 seasons.
Florida State needs some first downs, Vern. Only 1 first down so far in the ball game. They've got to give their defense some rest. And now they're going to start 5 yards deeper because they didn't get the play off.
Well, 14-0 here. There are a couple of other big games going on. Let's go back to Tim.
Fellas, remember, Florida State could still be in a BCS Bowl if Chuck Amato, their former assistant, helps them out with NC State. Sean Hill's pass is picked off by Julius Patterson. This leads to the first field goal of the game for North Carolina State. They've added another and lead 6-0. Back to Vernon Todd.
All right, Tim, 14-0 here. First down, 15 after the penalty. And Ricks again goes from the spread. He has time, flips it out right side to Nick Maddox, one-on-one on the corner. Benny Alexander with the tackle, number 30. Get the scoop on the SEC and see where your team ranks in the Sportsline 117 Power Rankings. Just go to cbs.sportsline.com or AOL keyword CBS Sportsline. 2nd and 14. Alex Brown, 9.5 sacks this year.
So far, the new tackle is doing an okay job on Alex Brown. So far.
Play fake for Ricks. Looks right, goes right. Downfield to Javon Walker. That is the second Florida State first down in the ball game.
Good for Florida State to get Javon Walker in the game. Let's see what they do to Alex here. It's one-on-one pass blocking and a nice job by Ray Willis. He's the new starter, a very athletic redshirt freshman out of Angleton, Texas. Has not played much at all, but, you know, hey, this is the kind of game where you got to step up and play. And you've been called upon, and so far Willis holding his own.
20-yard gain, Ricks to Walker, and a first down Florida State at the 41. Play action again. Ricks deep right side into double coverage, and it is dropped by Benny Alexander.
Lucky. Very, very lucky for Chris Ricks. A lot of his interceptions this year, and he's thrown 12, are just balls that he should have never thrown. He just throws them right into bad coverage. Alexander's just going to sit and wait. Watch him. He sees the route. He gets right underneath it. And that's why they say guys become defensive backs and not wide receivers. They don't catch the ball that well. Benny, an easy interception chance there.
2nd down and 10. Jeff Bowden, the offensive coordinator, said this is a big game for Chris Ricks. In many ways, one of them is protecting the ball. And here's the tackle made on Greg Jones as he comes to the left side. That sets up a 3rd down. Here's Jeff Bowden, one of the sons of Bobby Bowden, and he talked with us the other day, said this is a game in which Ricks can really sell him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not completely sold. He's got a guy behind him, a true freshman, Adrian McPherson, who he's very high on. And Chris Ricks has gotten better and made some plays, but the games that count as far as Florida State's concerned are Miami and Florida. He did not play well against Miami. He's not having a great start tonight.
3rd and 10. Here comes an unimpeded Mike Nattiel. Ricks dances right, gets rid of it, and that's going to be dropped again by Kewan Ratliff. 2 potential interceptions slipped through the hands of the Florida DBs.
Well, this was some kind of mistake or something, but watch, Nattiel's going to come unblocked. I mean, nobody even there. 2 guys blocking one. Ricks does a marvelous job of eluding pressure, but right here, so dangerous. Rolling right, throwing across your body, and again, volleyball instead of football for the Florida Gators.
On 4th down, Gwaltney will shift back. Lito Shepherd awaits the punt at the 18. This is another fine punt by Gwaltney. Shepherd grabs it at the 8. And is tackled at the 15-yard line. A 52-yard punt. 7 on the return. 12:09 to go first half. Gators are up by 14. PK Sam down by Gus Scott, who has been an outstanding contributor to this Florida team this year. Gus Scott, number 9, a sophomore. And it is that time of the game that we all look forward to. It's time for the Aflac question of the night. We have no boundaries. Which was the last team other than FSU to win an outright ACC title? First down and 10, Florida State.
Need I say this is important series for Chris Ricks?
They'll hand it off and get a couple. Greg Jones out near the 18-yard line. The tackle made by Gus Scott. And here is Chris Ricks. Over 300 yards in each of the last 3 games. Today, 41 yards passing, and he threw the interception and had 2 dropped.
Yeah, and he just has not looked like he's been able to get into a rhythm. And the big play receivers that Florida State has have been very, very quiet. Walker, Gardner, and Atrus Bell, no catches so far.
Quick setup, comes left, and the grab is made by Javon Walker. That will be a Florida State first down at the 29-yard line. On 2nd down and 5, Lito Shepherd with the tackle. There's a man who erupted on the national scene last year, had some remarkable statistics, and statistically hasn't made that kind of impression in 2001. Only 1 interception, for example.
Yeah, pretty tough to duplicate some of the amazing plays he made last year, but a very, very talented cover corner.
In the eye, 1st and 10, Florida State with 6:35 to go, first half of play. The handoff, here comes Alex Brown. There goes the ball carrier, Greg Jones. And there is a fumble. The ball has been bobbled. It will be ruled down by contact at the 30-yard line. And the presence of number 13.
Yeah, he's been fairly quiet. But the one thing that Alex does better than anybody is anticipate the snap count, particularly at home. Watch him get off the ball. He makes a quick move inside. He just discards the tight end that was trying to cut him. And then he's always ripping for the football. Whether it's a sack, whatever he's doing, he's always in there ripping the ball out.
9.5 of his 32 sacks over the course of his career have come this season. 2nd down and 9. Across the middle, got a man open, Javon Walker. And Florida State has moved across the 50 after the 21-yard gain.
Nice throw, good protection. Florida was in a cover 2, which meant they were going to try to double the outside receivers if they stayed outside. Nice decision by Jeff Bowden to call the in route across the middle of the field, and Javon Walker, who has been the most reliable receiver, his 3rd catch now for 51 yards.
From the 49, Ricks has Greg Jones as the only running back. He'll hand it off to Jones, who comes left and moves to the 45-yard line on first down. Wednesday on CBS, Garth Brooks performs for our troops live from the deck of the aircraft carrier USS Enterprise. Don't miss Garth Brooks live coast to coast Wednesday night on CBS. Florida State 2nd down and 6. Tallman Gardner goes wide right. Chad Mater comes in at fullback as the lead blocker, and Ricks gets the snap. The toss, Jones going right. What a piece of pursuit from the backside. Travis Carroll, number 55.
Yeah, just a quick read by the linebackers. Here's Carroll. Watch how quickly he reads this play. He sees the toss sweep. He gets underneath all the blocking. And then, as all the Florida Gator defenders do, he runs to the football. I mean, this is a very, very fast defensive football team. Hard to run east and west against the Florida Gators.
Travis Carroll, who started his career at Alabama, transferred, sat out for a year in his 2nd season for the Florida Gators. 3rd and 8. Ricks dropped by Javon Walker. It'll be 4th down. Well, from 68 to 76, Florida won 9 in a row. Then Florida State won 4. Florida came back in the 80s with 6. Florida State wins 4, and the current streak stands at 3. 4th down. Gwaltney back to punt again, and Lito Shepherd awaits it at the 10, moves up. This one takes a Florida bounce after hitting the grass at the 21.
Ouch.
Yep. And that's a 20-yard punt. No return. Now, toward the end of the game, Todd and Jill and I, along with our colleagues in the truck, will be selecting the Army Most Valuable Player of this game. 3:38 to go before the break. Mickey Andrews said they just can't play the kind of pressure defense that he's used to playing.
Well, this scheme is geared more to play man-to-man and rush the quarterback. And normally they've always been able to rush with 4 and play bump and run man-to-man. And the talent has just not lent itself to that this year.
Graham speeds out to the 41-yard line. He got, among others, a good block from Riche Caldwell, number 17, 14-yard gain.
Again, you have to defend the pass. You spread out. You put people out in coverage, and that opens up lanes in the running game. Rob Roberts, great block right there by the lead back. And then Ernest Graham, again, shows his ability to cut, to break tackles, an added dimension to the Florida offense.
On first down, here's Grossman, right side. Diving catch is made at the 46-yard line by Taylor Jacobs.
Good coverage. I mean, it's just a perfect ball. That's like a pitcher throwing on the outside part of the plate, low and away. It's just impossible to get a hand on it. Bryant McFadden in good position, but an excellent throw by Rex Grossman.
That's another gain of 13. Grossman, who began the day 0 for 3. The handoff this time, and tackle is missed. Well, the sidelines are packed tonight. Some were with a little heavier pocketbooks than others. Here's Jill Arrington.
That's right, Vern. Big-time rivalry games bring out big-time athletes. Alex Rodriguez, what brings you here?
Well, I'm just a big college football fan, and I have a couple of my friends who I brought up to the old alma mater. So they love Florida, and they're here having a good time.
All right, we're going to watch this play.
On second down and 8. They fake the draw, come right. The pass complete at the 44. Let's go back to A-Rod and Jill.
Well, you say you have some Gator friends that are fans of the Gators, but what about you?
I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. I'm a big Hurricane fan, and we had a great day today. And hopefully we get a world championship this year.
Well, listen, the Canes won 59-0. So what do you think? World championship team?
I think so. I hope so. I'm cheering for them.
All right. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the game.
Okay, thanks so.
All right, Jill, and I suppose this is propitious to mention that Jill Arrington went to the University of Miami.
Yeah, you could tell by the little gleeful laugh there.
Yeah, there was a slight amount of enthusiasm in her questioning. 3rd and 8. Florida. They weren't thrilled with Miami's victory today. The newest airship in the world, Saturn, proud to be a part of our CBS coverage of college football.
Boy, this defense of Florida State, they've got fine athletes, guys that can run, strong, but they just don't look the same, Vern. They have not been able to rush the passer like they've done in the past. Again, only 14 sacks in 9 ball games coming into tonight. Oh, they're mad. Steve is mad now. They don't have enough guys on the field.
Nope. Grossman with his arms out wide, flips it out for Caldwell, who comes right and is out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Now we'll see the ball coach.
Well, they're lucky they got it off for anything positive, because Rex Grossman was signaling we don't have enough guys. Here they come out of the huddle now. Watch Rex Grossman. He's going to survey the situation, realize, wait a minute, I'm missing one. Hey, coach, I'm missing one. What do you want me to do? They got away with it.
2nd down and 9. Deep down the middle, diving try, incomplete. Intended for Kelvin Kite, number 2.
They just attack. They attack the end zone. That's why they throw so many touchdown passes. That one wasn't a real good throw by Rex Grossman. It looked close, but technique-wise, he kind of dropped his elbow, and that ball took off on him.
1 touchdown thus far tonight. He has thrown for over 300 yards in every game played this year. That, of course, school record. Now Grossman pulls up. Caldwell, no!
Grossman very, very close to being across the line of scrimmage on that one. Did a nice job of buying himself some time, but Riche just not able to catch this the first time. If he holds on to it the first time, it's a touchdown. But once he bobbled it, that enabled Chris Hope, the safety, to come over and tattoo him. He catches it the first time, it's a touchdown. The second time, the collision knocks the ball away.
And Jeff Chandler on for the second time tonight, just from 38 yards away. He really is in a groove right now. The fifth-year senior from Jacksonville. 1:04 to go before the break. The Gators up by 20.
I'm kind of anxious to see how BYU's doing tonight. Their big game against Utah. One of the undefeated teams left in college football.
Those highlights and other scores. Miami did win big, as A-Rod told you. Oklahoma won again today. Here's Petrovic. Short one again, taken at the 22. And a chance for a return. Gerald Hudson. All right, time for the answer to the
Aflac
trivia question. Which was the last team other than Florida State to win an outright ACC title? And the answer, Clemson.
Important point right here, though.
Yes, it is. Florida State came in and has won every one since.
In jeopardy of having that streak broken this year, though.
Well, a lot of things for Florida State going by the wayside. This will be the first time since 1986 they will have lost 3 games in a season. First time since '86, obviously, no 10-win season.
And Bobby Bowden lost his first homecoming game last week.
Here's Ricks out of the backfield, left side. Javon Walker stops the clock at the 48-yard line. Now, Bobby Bowden, in his 26th season, lost the first ever ACC game to North Carolina State last week. They also lost to North Carolina earlier in the year, and in the games they've lost, they've given up huge numbers of points.
Yeah, they have. That game last week, North Carolina State did more things against Florida State's defense than I've seen in a long time. They had them completely out of whack, much like the Gators have them tonight.
Second down and 1. B.J. Ward out of the backfield. That's good for the first down with 45 seconds to go before the break.
Important for Chris Ricks to get something on the board for Florida State right now. He's got all 3 of his timeouts left, so he needs to use them judiciously here.
4 wide receiver set for the Seminoles.
Florida's going to give up short completions.
4-man rush. Ricks should have been picked off by Todd Johnson. He's already got 1 tonight. That's 3 that have been dropped by defensive backs for Florida this evening.
4 thrown in places that they shouldn't have been thrown, and only 1 of them intercepted. Again, when you throw the ball down the middle, you better not throw it high. Usually something bad happens if you overthrow down the middle, and that time Todd Johnson, it just got right up on him before he could react.
Gafonzo Thorpe wearing number 1, top of the screen, wide right. 2nd and 10. Florida State brings 3. Ricks settles for the outlet receiver to the left side.
That's what you have to do, though. I mean, you have to do that. If they're going to drop back and take away the deeper route, you must dump it off. You can't try to force it in coverage.
There's Adrian McPherson, the freshman, Mr. Basketball and football in Florida last year.
He's a talented kid. When I watched him in practice on Thursday, great throwing mechanics, strong arm.
3rd and 2. Ricks, again, the outlet receiver. It's Joey Calachini, who has now made his 1st and 2nd catches of the year. Well, McPherson had an almost unbelievable high school career. First time ever, Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball. Look at the yards passing, 42 touchdowns, and yards rushing, and then his basketball scoring average, 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Well, take a look. And he will play for the Florida State basketball team this season once his football obligations are completed. He is on a football scholarship. Looks remarkably like a Florida uniform, doesn't it?
Yeah. He will play basketball, and Jeff Bowden told us, I mean, it's going to be interesting in the spring when they go back to work in football. And a lot depends on how Chris Ricks played in this ball game tonight as far as what the situation will be like in the spring. Remember, they signed another top prospect this year, Joe Mauer, out of Minnesota, who decided to opt for playing baseball with the Minnesota Twins. But there's always going to be quarterback competition at both of these schools, Florida and Florida State.
Seminoles have a first down and 10 with 19 seconds to go.
2 timeouts left.
Ricks with 3 receivers wide right, 2 split off to the left. And Florida will bring 5 defenders. And again, they go out of the backfield to the right side. This is B.J. Ward with his second catch, and that stops the clock with 14 seconds to go.
This is what they did their last drive against North Carolina State last week. Working against the clock. Chris Ricks moved them all the way downfield to the North Carolina State 14 before that game ended. Time expired, but doing a nice job right now getting them in field goal range.
Ricks back unimpeded up the middle. Comes Ian Scott. Now Ricks.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, that was close to being picked off. He does complete it at the 20-yard line, but an ill-advised throw.
Timeout.
And they use their second timeout for the final play of the first half.
I mean, you can see the athletic ability of Chris Ricks. I mean, this is a guy that played wide receiver some in high school. He's a 4.5 runner, but what a dangerous throw. He got away with it this time, and the Noles get a chance to get on the scoreboard.
First appearance tonight for the freshman place kicker, Xavier Bethia. 11 of 12 for the season. This one from 39 yards away. Young man whose father was a high-lie player in Tampa. Signed to end the place kicking woes that so hampered Florida State a year ago. To get them on the board before the break. Bethia. He's now hit 7 in a row, 12 of 13 for the season.
A much-needed glimmer of hope for the Florida State Seminoles. They go into the locker room with something positive to hang their hat on. You got to have some concentration, like shooting the foul shot with the things waving in the background. Bethia right on it.
And as the ball goes through the uprights, we go down to Jill Arrington.
Coach Spurrier, the Gators are playing pretty mistake-free football in the first half. You're probably not happy with that field goal.
Well, we're playing well. Now that's they're going to score a little bit. We had a few touchdown passes we didn't hit, but we hit 2 on third down, so I guess they sort of balanced out. But we just got to keep playing hard, and hopefully things will work out.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
All right, Jill, thank you. Halftime. Florida State gets on the board, but they still trail by 17. We go back to New York and Tim Brenda.
All right, Vern, coming up, Spencer Tillman and I.
20-3. And moments ago, Jill Arrington chatted with Bobby Bowden.
Well, Coach, weren't able to get much started in the first half for Florida State. What did you tell the team to get them back into this game?
Well, we've been in this place with them before, and we're going to come out and throw the heck out of it. You're going to think I'm Steve Spurrier this half.
Any chance that we'll see McPherson in there?
McPherson? Not right now. He's not quite as far along as Ricks is, you know. We simply can't take a chance right now.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you a lot.
Thank you very much.
These guys, they forgot the Redskins were playing in Denver tomorrow. Oh, my goodness.
I haven't seen the Garnet and Gold dudes here tonight. I mean, I'm wondering if they made the trip from Tallahassee. The guys that spray paint their entire bodies.
Not that far after all.
No.
Here's the kick. Chandler kicks this one off, and it is taken by Crefonso Thorpe. And good downfield tackling on the special teams. This is a Florida unit that is allowing only 15.8 yards per kickoff return this year. They have excelled offensively, defensively, and on special teams. Vern Lundquist along with Todd Blackledge. And tell me again how important you think this first drive is.
I think it's paramount that Chris Ricks gets them in the end zone, or this thing could get really out of hand for Florida State. And I think the most impressive thing in that first half, the way Florida's defense took a Florida State's offense that had been very good and made them very, very average in that first half. But very important drive right now for Chris Ricks.
12 of 20 for 108 in the first half. And a 1st and 10 from the 14. Here's Ricks. Javon Walker makes the catch in front of Marquand Manuel at the 21-yard line. Let's check the halftime numbers. Total yards, 266 already.
Yeah, and they ran 44 plays. Florida State only got 29 plays. You see the first downs. They're able to stay on the field longer than Florida State could.
2nd down and 3.
Tallman Gardner only 1 catch in the first half, too. He's got to wake up for the Seminole offense, too.
Here comes a blitz. No, zone blitz. They drop Ian Scott. And the catch is made by Atruz Bell, his first catch of the game. Out of bounds, just short of the first down.
You know, it's interesting to hear Bobby say that they were going to throw the ball. It sounded like all the time, but, you know, coming into the ball game, Greg Jones had been such a major factor. You know, he's their leading rusher. He's averaging 5.8 yards per carry. And that first half, only 6 carries for 5 yards. So I guess he's not going to be much of a factor the rest of this game.
Nick Maddox is the setback now on 3rd and 1. And a quarterback sneak. Ricks goes over his left guard and appears to have enough to move the chain.
We talked about the wide receivers in this game. Each team had a talented trio. Well, as you can see, Florida getting the edge right now with their 3 guys. More catches, more yards. Atruz Bell just caught his first pass here a moment ago. Tallman Gardner very quiet. And those are the guys that have to step up and make plays. Florida's going to play a lot of man coverage. They've got to make plays just like these Gator receivers have done so far tonight.
1st and 10. Ricks with a play fake. Pressure from the backside. He steps up and he'll run. Looks for a block from Maddox. And Ricks with a nifty play. Out of bounds with another Florida State first down after a 16-yard gain.
Excellent decision by Chris Ricks, and not a moment too soon, because Alex Brown had him. I mean, he had him dead to rights on his backside. And Chris Ricks didn't know he was there. He felt him, and then he took off. And you see the speed as he makes that move to the outside. Not many quarterbacks can plant their foot and break it all the way outside and get outside the Florida defense, but Chris Ricks did.
He's rushed for more than 300 yards in the season. He picked up 16 on that play. 1st and 10 from the 41. Florida brings 4. Ricks deep left side. Oh, no!
4.
That's 4 drops. This one from Lito Shepherd. It's contagious.
Who was the coach? Was it Vince Lombardi that used to, they bring all the players in, the skilled athletes, and they throw passes at them, and the ones that could catch, they made wide receivers, and the ones that couldn't, they made defensive backs. You know what the ironic thing is this is a team last year that led the nation in turnovers and set a school record for interceptions.
They had 40 takeaways a year ago. They were plus 19 at the end of the season. Maddox nailed Gus Scott.
John Hoke has told us on a couple occasions that Gus Scott, he's going to be coming from right here. He's out of your screen now, but he's going to come as a blitzing linebacker. Here he comes. He has been one of the best players on this Florida defense all season. 2nd on the team in big plays behind Alex Brown. Made a lot of plays for John Hoke's defense this season.
John Hoke in his 3rd season as the defensive coordinator at Florida. Here's the snap back. Ricks comes right, and again tries to run, but tripped on air. Well, remember in back-to-back games a year ago when this Florida defense gave up more than 500 yards. This is in 2000. Look at the dramatic improvement defensively in this John Hoke's third year.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the only category they're not better is takeaways, but everything else they are playing much better. Fundamentally sound defense for the Gators this year.
Here's Chance Gwaltney. A flag is down as Lito Shepherd gathers it in. Another flag at the 38-yard line. So we've got a couple of penalties, a 36-yard punt and 12 on the return, but all of that's going to change. And they'll unravel this one at the 40-yard line.
Vern, the reason I thought that drive was so important for Florida State is because Mickey Andrews does not have any answers for Florida right now defensively. And, you know, we talked about how he's had to kind of change his philosophy a little bit this year. Because they have not been able to pressure the quarterback with their front four, and their rush ends have not had the same kind of production, they can't play as much man-to-man. They're playing more zone defense than he's comfortable with. But what zone does is it takes away that aggressiveness from a defense. It makes them more passive, and that's a hard way to play against the Florida Gators.
Ball spotted at the 28. We'll be right back. It's been a busy week in Gainesville between these two schools. Last night, the basketball team from Florida beat the basketball team from Florida State, and the swim team won a dual meet over Florida State. First down and 10. Ernest Graham. As we said, intra-state rivalry. Florida State on the court in the pool. Dual meet on the campus last night. And the Gators won that one. And Billy Donovan's basketball team had its way with the Seminoles. Udonis Haslem led the way to a victory in the basketball game. And a player down. Ernest Graham is the injured man.
Well, it looks like it's his right knee. You see the end of the play. Darnell Dockett's got a hold of his leg. Be a tough injury if it is a serious one, because Ernest Graham, a big part of this Gator offense.
Back in Gainesville, Ernest Graham on the sidelines for Florida, but he needed assistance to get there.
And that was his 10th carry of the ball game. We showed you that graphic earlier. When he gets it 10 or more times, the Gators are 18-3.
Second down, Grossman chased. There's a flag, and the pass is incomplete. Usually in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah.
And Darnell Dockett, who was involved in the injury to Ernest Graham on the previous play.
Yeah, nothing malicious, but Darnell Dockett just wasn't going to let go. I mean, he had a hold of the right leg of Ernest Graham. And what did Ernest Graham do today? Not huge numbers, but his presence has been felt. We talked about the importance of establishing the rush. He got the touchdown. Nice little dump off there, but he's a physical presence. Greg Jones has been a non-factor for Florida State. But Ernest Graham definitely was a factor in the first half for the Gators.
Receiving attention on the Gator sideline. And in the meantime, a holding penalty walked off against Florida. That makes it second down and 21. And Robert Gillespie has taken Ernest Graham's spot. 4 wide receivers. And Grossman, Florida rushes 3. Here's the pass over the middle to Gillespie.
Fumbled it.
At the 27. FSU recovers.
Robert Gillespie is going to argue that he was down. But he's a little bit cold coming into the game, taking the place of Ernest Graham. He's not as physical. He protects the football, but does it come out before he hits the ground? Yeah. Good call. It squirted out. It was Michael Boulware who got the ball out. Steve Spurrier thought the knee was down, but I think the officials made the right call.
Malcolm Tatum with the recovery. 1st and 10, Florida State. Turnovers now even, 1 apiece.
Okay, remember what I said about the last drive?
Right.
Put it on this drive.
Okay.
Right field position, must get it in the end zone.
Ricks, 3-man rush by Florida. Nick Maddox receives the ball at the 23-yard line. The tackle is made by Andre Davis, middle linebacker, number 45.
Now, we haven't called his name much tonight, but he's the difference in this Florida defense. We showed you all those improved numbers. If you had to point to one reason, it's that guy right there, Andre Davis. The senior missed all of last year with a knee injury. And his leadership and his presence has changed the personality and the production of this Gator defense.
2nd down and 6 from the 23. Here comes the blitz. Right side, Nick Maddox at the 15-yard line. It's Tallman Gardner, beg your pardon, number 21. Let's get an update on Ernest Graham. Here's Jill.
Well, Ernest Graham's right knee was twisted when he fell there. They're going to ice him down and check on him in just a little bit. They're keeping him out of the game for now.
All right, Jill. Gardner breaks the huddle, goes wide to the left. Ricks will go from the shotgun.
Always got to be aware of him running the football, too.
Into the flat left side, caught by Maddox. And he is tackled at the 10-yard line.
Didn't look like much, but a very good decision by Chris Ricks. We've seen him force the ball into coverage, trying to make the big throw, trying to make the big play. That time it wasn't there down the field, and he did the right thing. Dump it off to Maddox and get 5 yards.
2nd down, 5 at the 10. Bobby Bowden said all of our blemishes resurfaced in the loss to North Carolina State.
They thought they had it turned around, and then they were surprised at home last week.
On 2nd down, 4 receivers split wide. Here comes the blitz again. Ricks, Gus Scott, the sophomore from Jacksonville.
A tricky defense by John Hope. Watch Alex Brown. He's going to fake and drop, and Gus Scott is the guy who's going to get the sack. He comes underneath the end, and nobody picks him up. That's a zone blitz. It's not a full-scale blitz, but you get somebody unblocked, and that time it was Gus Scott.
That's his 3rd and a half sack of the season on the blitz. It's 3rd down and 15. This time only a 3-man rush. Ricks with a little pressure finds a receiver at the 8-yard line.
Boy, nice effort by Atrus Bell, trying to fight for the 1st down. 3rd down and long. I think Florida State is going to go for it here on 4th and short. That was just an excellent play by Atrus Bell, fighting for a few extra yards.
4th and 2, down by 17, midway 3rd quarter. Bell left, Walker right. Toss to Maddox.
He's
wants to throw. Back it goes to Ricks. Did not get it. Marquand Manuel.
Play because you hope you're going to fool them. Sell the run and then try to sneak your quarterback out here and throw it. Not just get the 1st down, but get a touchdown. But the Gators were not fooled. 2 defenders, 3 Gator defenders in position to make the play. Nick Maddox has to sell the run. He did that. Now he's expecting it to be wide open when he turns around. But there was 1 receiver and 3 defenders. Steve Spurrier saw the play coming. He couldn't defend it, but his defense did. Steve was calling it on the sideline.
Here's Grossman from the end zone. Comes left, intercepted.
What a play by Boulware.
Michael Boulware.
Wow. Just when you think they are out of it, what a play by Michael Boulware. He looked like the receiver on that play. Rex Grossman out of the eye, crossing route, a little behind the receiver, the tight end, but what a play by Michael Boulware. Steps in front, catches it with his hands, and Florida State right back in business.
Third interception of the season for Michael Boulware.
Remember what I said about the first series and then the second series?
Right.
Apply it to this one now.
At the 11. Maddox runs right into Travis Carroll. Second down. Ball at the 9. Here's Boulware, younger brother of the great player Peter Boulware, who had a single season record of sacks, 19 for Florida State. Now wears a world champions ring.
I think this guy has to step up right here. Javon Walker. He's going against Lito Shepherd right now.
Play fake, Ricks. Pulls it up, fires it deep.
Too hard.
Yep, and high.
They haven't even attempted to throw to the tight end. That was Carver Donaldson. Go play action with Chris Ricks and give him a run pass option. Donaldson's just going to run the little out route. He had the fullback open right there, McCray. He chose to try to get the touchdown, but well over the head of Donaldson. Tough throw to make. Running to your left and throwing downfield.
3rd and 8. Gardner wide right. Ricks, quarterback draw. Tackled at the 6. It'll be 4th down. Ian Scott, number 99, was there. Never fooled.
Well defended. It's a design play, quarterback draw all the way. But you see the speed, the recovery speed of the Florida defense. Ian Scott right there to make the play.
So the Seminoles forced to settle for a field goal try. Second of the game. Xavier Bethia from 23 yards out.
You go with a field goal here. If you go for it on 4th and 5 and get stopped again, it's totally deflating.
They get the interception from Boulware, and they turn it into 3. And they have climbed to within 14. 20-6. Gators lead the Seminoles.
Want to start a family?
Right now?
I just got supplemental insurance.
What's that?
Aflac.
Well, if we get sick, our health insurance won't cover things like lost pay or other expenses. This does.
What's it called?
Aflac.
I don't know.
Aflac!
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
On November 20th, get me the spaceman. Witness the evolution of DVD. It's the most technically advanced DVD on the planet. Bow your head! Planet of the Apes, a must-own DVD, Tuesday.
Hey, there's big news at 7-Eleven. It's the new Big Bite Combo. Delicious Big Bite hot dog made by Oscar Mayer. With free chili and cheese. Whatever you want. An ice cold Dr. Pepper. And a big grab of chips. All for just $1.99.
Oh, thank heaven.
So, Dad, where exactly are we going again?
I just thought we'd go for a little walk, you know? Get back to nature, spend a little quality time together. Where'd that come from?
Mom got it from cellular1.com, Dad. Yeah? Oh, hi, Timmy. Tuesday? Yeah, I'm kind of booked Tuesday. How about Wednesday? Wednesday it is. And you were saying, Dad? Oh, just a sec. Yeah? Hold on, Bobby. Hey, Dad, I think we're heading back towards the house.
I know.
The NFL Today's Jim Nance, Randy Cross, and coaches Ditka and Glanville use their expertise to select their picks and deliver the United States Postal Service top performers. The NFL Today, tomorrow on CBS.
6:23 to go in the third. Florida State with a field goal after the interception from Michael Boulware. 20-6. And Jesse Sign getting ready to kick it deep to Kewan Ratliff or Lito Shepherd. Shepherd at the 1. And down at the 15-yard line.
A little more swagger on the Florida State side right now. Another big defensive stop, and this thing could change.
Saturn Lightship providing us with these magnificent overhead views of tonight's game here at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida. Saturn hopes you enjoy the game and the view from high above.
One thing I'm sure Steve Spurrier wants to see right now is a little better execution from his offense. They've been a little bit sloppy. They were very strong in the first quarter, got a little sloppy in the second. Obviously a little sloppy here with 2 turnovers.
They try the middle, and it's Rand Carthen, number 33, in at running back. Let's go down to Jill Arrington.
Well, Coach Spurrier and Florida's basketball coach Billy Donovan are good friends. They often go to each other for advice for their team. And recently, Billy Donovan gave some advice to this Florida football team. He drew on the board a diagram. On one side, it was a goat. The other side, it said hero. The goat being the chump, the hero being the champ. But he said the worst thing you can do is make a decision to play in the middle, and that represents a coward. If you play to not make mistakes, if you play you don't want the ball when it counts, you can't play. You've got to play to the right of the line, and that's what they're doing today.
And here's the pass on second down. Brian Hoggebrook makes another catch. Thank you, Jill. Good advice, huh? Be a little bold, be a little aggressive.
Make a decision one way or another. And right now, the Florida State defense has made a decision since they came out of the locker room to tune it up a little bit. A nice defensive series. Last time got the interception. Another opportunity here on 3rd and 4.
Grossman out of the gun. Riche Caldwell comes wide to the left. Here's a quick flip out to Caldwell. And he manages to move it to the 26-yard line. This will be close for a 1st and 10.
That was really good defense by Florida State, but an excellent effort also by Caldwell. I think he fought for enough to get the first down, but Mickey's troops, they've turned it up a little bit here. One of the great personalities in college football, Mickey Andrews.
18th season is the sidekick of Bobby Bowden in the Tallahassee campus, one-time head coach at North Alabama.
And he was also a defensive back coach here at Florida in the early 80s.
81 and 82, that's right. 1st down and 10 with 4:28 to go. 3rd quarter. Here's the toss. Rand Carthen, number 33. Out to the 29, perhaps the 30. And Ernest Graham continues to get attention. And word is that he will not return.
Yeah, well, they're taking tape off and they're putting ice on. That's not a good combination as far as returning to the game. Now, Rand Carthen gives them a little bit more physical back than Gillespie is. Gillespie more of the jitterbug type, maybe a better receiver. Carthen a little bit more physical than Gillespie.
2nd down 7. Grossman play fake. Fires it. Got it. Riche Caldwell across the 50. Tightrope from Rex Grossman. 24-yard gain.
This is really an excellent throw by Grossman because there was pressure coming right at him. Watch the pocket collapse right here, right into the lap of Grossman. The center pushed back and he's able to stay in there and put the ball right where he wanted it to a moving Riche Caldwell.
A 24-yard gain, 1st and 10, Florida. Gaffney and Caldwell both might be over 1,000 before this season's over. Here's Grossman across the middle. Rand Carthen, number 33, to the 40-yard line of Florida State. Bradley Jennings, well, Grossman, just an unbelievable season that he's had. One tough outing, that was in the loss to Auburn, but number 1 in quarterback rating, total offense, passing yards, touchdowns, that was all coming in.
And, you know, he has grown so much from that game at Auburn. The thing that got him in trouble at Auburn was he lost his patience. He tried to force plays. And since that game, he has been so much more patient. Just like that, dumping off to the back, taking what the defense gives you. He's been that much better since that game.
Second down. Here's Carthen to the 39. Well, Danny Wuerffel won the Heisman Trophy at the University of Florida. Here's how the two stack up. In 96 through 9 games, the figures for Wuerffel on the left: 2,500 yards, 28 TDs, 6 interceptions. On the right, Grossman through 9, 3,244 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's got 1 TD, 1 interception tonight.
I'm not ready to say he's better than Danny Wuerffel was, but he's more talented. He's a much better thrower.
On third down, run the toss, and Carthen is tackled. It'll bring up fourth down, and there is bad news for Florida fans.
Well, you just hope for his sake, for the Gators' sake, that it's not a serious injury, that even though he won't be back tonight, that he could somehow be back for the game December 1st against Tennessee, a game that will be more important actually for the Gators than this one.
Tennessee won today, had to come from behind and defeat Kentucky by 3. On fourth down, they go for it. Grossman fires it out, caught. Hagebrook, the senior, who's having a splendid night. 21 yards on fourth down.
But what a great job by Rex Grossman just to buy himself some time. There was pressure again, and he had to get away from the pressure and just buy some time. Enough time to find Hagebrook crossing the field.
Brian Hagebrook, the senior, 3 catches on the evening. And a big conversion. Chris Hope knocks him out of bounds. Now Gaffney goes wide right. Caldwell is going to be in the slot. 1st and 10 from the 20. Reverse. Riche Caldwell. Down at the 1. 1st and goal, Florida.
You know, coaches are great copycats. Even Steve Spurrier. North Carolina State last week did that a lot of times. Fake the reverse and hand off inside. Hand off inside, fake the reverse, and then come back with the reverse. They faked it a couple times. This time they give it to Caldwell, and he almost gets it to the end zone.
1st and goal, quarterback sneak, the fumble. He crossed the line.
Yep.
He did break the plane. It's a touchdown, Florida.
There's that same play Steve was talking to us about. The ball just has to cross the plane, but that can be kind of dangerous if you're too far out, because if they swat at it before you get to the end zone, it could be a fumble. They swat at it, and it comes out, but apparently it was across the plane first.
Chandler's extra point is up and good. Big play in this drive, the 4th down pass to Hagebrook.
Ball just has to cross the plane of the goal line. It looked easily that it did. And another touchdown for the Florida Gators. That drive well executed by Rex Grossman.
Thanksgiving night on CBS. The survivors are having cornmeal and muddy water. Be thankful you're not one of them. Don't miss an all-new Survivor Africa, CBS, Thursday night. And another look at Grossman's dive over left guard. Just breaks the plane is all that's required.
He's done that a couple times this year, and at that point it looks like the ball was well in the end zone before it came out.
85-yard drive in 11 plays. That is the 3rd drive tonight in excess of 80 yards. They've gone 90, 85, and 82. Petrovich with the kick. Not returnable. Alfonso Thorpe 5 yards deep. And it will come out to the 20-yard line. Now tomorrow in the NFL Today, Deion Sanders tries to unravel the Jets' hex over the Dolphins. And Marcus Allen will profile the Seahawks superback Sean Alexander. That and more tomorrow on the NFL Today. First and 10 from the 20. Gators trying to end a 3-year losing streak to Florida State. And they're up by 21. Here's Ricks. He's got Nick Maddox. And that's going to be a first down at the 31-yard line.
Well, you know what even adds more insult to injury to that fact that they've lost 3 in a row is that those 3 years also, Florida State has kind of used the win over the Gators as a springboard into the national championship game. They played in the BCS championship game the last 3 years in a row after beating Florida.
First and 10 now for FSU. Left side it goes. Maddox. Nice open field tackle by Todd Johnson. He gets down to make the stop on number 20, Nick Maddox. Well, you know, Todd, not that many coaches have bettered Steve Spurrier. Here's Bobby Bowden, who's won 8, lost 4, and tied 1 in the head-to-head matchup with Spurrier. 8-4-1. Among the other amazing accomplishments of this man, he's only had 2 losing seasons in 36 years of coaching. We'll return to Gainesville right after this message and a word from your local station. We've reached the end of 3.
Last winter we had a little cell phone mix-up.
He told our travel agent Steamboat Springs, but with the static, well...
You know, we tried to make the best of it.
Come on, kids.
There we go.
Who wants hot cocoa? That's when we finally got free and clear with Sprint PCS. Real clear calls and nationwide long distance included, which is great for us because we do have 2 kids.
Hey!
The Sprint PCS free and clear plan with nationwide long distance included. Every minute, every day.
A deadly casino heist. If you think you can solve this one,
we're out of suspects.
All dead. Don't bet on it. It's 2 hours of CSI. CBS Thursday.
Kevin James, Deion Sanders, and Lindsay from Survivor Monday on Dave.
When they ask what's for dinner, don't answer leftovers, meatloaf, or I'm not sure yet. Answer Domino's thin crust, deep dish, or hand tossed. It just sounds a whole lot better. Call Domino's now for your fresh hot pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's. Let Domino's deliver dinner and dessert. Get 2 medium, 2-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinesticks for only $15.99. That's 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinesticks for just $15.99.
Store-wide anniversary sale. Lowest prices on Furnishings Unlimited's best items. Plus, pay no interest or payments till 2003. Save on all leather sofas, leather reclining sofas, leather sectionals and chairs. Save on in-stock Lazy Boy leather. Or custom order your favorite style and color at sale prices. We guarantee free pre-Christmas delivery. This leather seating sofa now $647 in a choice of colors. No interest or payments till 2003. Hurry to Furnishings Unlimited store-wide anniversary sale. College at Memorial, Appleton.
The deer drive is a popular and traditional way to hunt whitetails in Wisconsin. While it's an effective way to hunt, it can be dangerous. To safely drive deer takes planning and leadership. It means you must know your safe zone of fire.
Safe zone of fire will be everything to the right.
And know that your target has a safe backstop. A safe deer drive means that everyone knows their role and hunts according to the plan, without exception. Remember, safe hunting is no accident.
What a sale we have for you this month at Gusman's of Kaukauna.
0 down with no payments till next year on select certified vehicles.
With over 150 Gusman certified vehicles for you to choose from.
Malibus from $99.33, Grand Ams from $10,533, Impalas from $12,933, or $13,933 for 01 Impala models.
Like we always say, you'll like our prices, you'll love our service. That's guaranteed.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go to Gusman.
We'll tell you when the colder weather arrives tonight at 10.
one of the many traditions associated with the University of Florida football. The crowd at the swamp stands and sways as the band plays, and they sing "We Are the Boys." We begin the fourth. Second down and 1. Here's Ricks, left side. He's got his receiver open. Gillicani, number 86, and Florida State trailing 27-6 as we start the fourth. Vern Lundquist along with Todd Blackledge. What you said, the first 3 possessions. How significant might this one be?
Well, they're all significant because right now Florida's defense has played very well in this football game. They played a lot of zone, and they forced Chris Ricks to throw the ball underneath. And the big play receivers for Florida State have not been able to make big plays. Only 5 catches for over 10 yards compared to 12 for the Florida receivers. So every chance they get, they've got to move the ball, and they're still waiting for a big play out of the passing game.
Here's Ricks, and here's the blitz, and Ricks going deep right side. Single coverage, and the catch is made by Crefonso Thorpe.
Jeff Bowden told us that Crefonso Thorpe may be the most dangerous receiver he has. He's a true freshman out of Tallahassee Lincoln. Watch the protection. They pick up the blitz, and then Chris Ricks, nifty little footwork, buys some time, and they finally get a big play out of their passing game. A beautiful throw to Thorpe, who beat Benny Alexander on the play. Crefonso Thorpe, a 6'2" freshman from Tallahassee.
A gain of 46 and a first and goal from the 9. Thorpe rests. Here comes the blitz. Ricks out of the backfield from Maddox to the 5 and
Nice
tackled
move.
at the 3. It sure was.
Nice move. See, that's the thing. It's a simple pass. It's almost like a running play. Get the ball to a dangerous guy in space and see if they tackle, if their fundamentals are good. Watch Nick Maddox. Put the foot in the ground, cut back inside. Benny Alexander misses a tackle. Chris Ricks, a little shot from Mike Natil, but those don't hurt nearly as bad when the ball's complete.
Second down and goal. Bell and Gardner split off to the right side. Ricks will go from the shotgun again. Pulls it down, tackled at the 5. Alex Brown, first sack tonight.
Chris Ricks waited just a hair too long on that one. I mean, the thing that he has to avoid right here now is a negative play. He avoids a deep sack, but he holds it just a hair too long. It's not there. It's not there. Don't hesitate. Go. Because Alex Brown is bearing down on you.
Alex Brown off the field. Third down and goal. 5 wideouts. Left side at the goal line. Touchdown.
What a catch.
P.K. Sam, another freshman, number 81.
This is a true freshman, P.K. Sam, out of Buford, Georgia, going against the best cover guy that Florida has, Lito Shepherd. Again, outside, low and outside throw, and Sam, what a catch.
First touchdown in a Florida State uniform for the freshman P.K. Sam. Beathia's extra point is up and good. 46-yard pass to Thorpe, a freshman. The touchdown pass to Sam, a freshman.
Okay, Vegas, Austin, Tulsa, Vegas, honey, Yuma, and Austin. Straws, kids? Phoenix, huh?
Thanks to the technology inside, you can take Guinness Draft outside. Introducing Guinness Draft in a bottle.
Oh, say, can I have the new software IT didn't approve?
Fred, I promised someone remote access.
What is remote access?
At CDW, we understand what it can be like in IT. That's why we have top name brands in stock, so you get the solutions you need when you need them. Like the entire family of HP network storage products, from single tape drives to automated libraries, with the reliability you expect from HP.
Fred, here is another request that can't be done in time.
HP and CDW, computing solutions built for business.
He hid out in war-torn Italy.
You must call.
But never expected to find his true love.
When will I see you again?
Hallmark Hall of Fame's In Love and War, CBS Sunday.
27-13, just under 13 to go in the ball game, and the most impressive drive of the night for Florida State.
Yeah, and credit Chris Ricks for hanging in there. I mean, look at that, 6 for 6 on the drive. The game seemed to be on the verge of getting away from Florida State. They weren't able to really capitalize on a couple turnovers, their defensive force. What a response by Chris Ricks.
And the ball taken by Kewan Ratliff. He heads to his left. Gets a downfield block from Ben Troop, and this is going to bring a cascade of flags. Really stupid.
Yep. Bryant McFadden is the guy responsible. I mean, that was 6 or 7 yards out of bounds. You just can't do that. I mean, you finally crawl and scrape your way back into the game, and now you're going to give this Florida offense, the best in the country, the ball out about the 50-yard line.
On the defense, 15 yards, first down.
I mean, it just, no need for that. He's a redshirt freshman from Hollywood, Florida, and he just really hurt his football team right there. I mean, look at where the Gators get the football. I mean, any momentum that you had after that touchdown has just been swept away in one play.
Tennessee winning over Kentucky, coming from behind to do that, and BYU defeated Utah. They had to come from behind. Here's Gillespie to the 41-yard line. A flag is down as well. Holding Florida.
I think they got the tight end Ben Troop on that hold. That was the same kind of play that we saw Nick Maddox.
By the offense, 10 yards. It's still first down.
And the ball moved back to the 46-yard line. First down 16 after the penalties walked off. Jabbar Gaffney's been quiet.
Yeah, he has been.
Hand off to Gillespie. Grossman still got it. Being chased. Lets it go. Incomplete. At the feet of Riche Caldwell. Now, the Rigid Tools Scholar Athlete Award for tonight's game goes to Florida State University's number 28, Chris Pope. Rigid Tools' commitment to the investment of our future is shown tonight by donating $1,000 to the Florida State University General Scholarship Fund. Chris Hope, a senior communications major, a 3.72 grade point average. He is on schedule to graduate in December in 3.5 years. Second down and 16. And he's also the best of the defensive backs on the field for this Florida State team. Second down, Grossman left side, Caldwell's there.
Right in the face of pressure. Darnell Dockett and Alonzo Jackson were right there. Just a hair late. And another pinpoint throw by Rex Grossman with people in his face. You know, and he's not a real tall quarterback. I mean, he's not a big guy. He's listed at 6'1", may not even be quite that tall. He hangs right in there and delivers a strike.
Riche Caldwell, 6 catches for the night. And Grossman now with 265 yards, getting close to another 300-yard night. On the ground, Gillespie to the 30-yard line. Well, with an unbelievable start to the season, Rex Grossman became mentioned among the Heisman hopefuls. Shares that honor now with Eric Crouch, Ken Dorsey, Joey Harrington. Who else would you put on the list?
I think that's it. I think it's just those 4. Now, Eric Crouch, the only one that's different of the other three. He plays in an option offense, has a lot more rushing yards, makes more plays running it. Rex Grossman, the only sophomore in that group, but I'll tell you what, I think he's played as well, if not better than any of them. And he's got some big games to showcase himself here tonight and against Tennessee as well.
2nd down and 3. Florida's going to have to use a timeout. Nope, there's a flag before they call timeout.
Yeah, I think they got caught with the delay of game.
And it's still 2nd down.
2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8.
I think they had problems having the right people on the field on this time too, or the right formation, and you see Rex tried to get the timeout, but too late.
2nd down and 8. 10:47 to go in the ball game. 27-13. Caldwell comes over to the right side and makes the catch. Boy, he popped.
Wow. Play. Bradley Jennings like a rocket. Man, oh man, what a play. The quick screen, you block the defensive backs, but nobody blocks Bradley Jennings, and he arrives there in a hurry.
And that brings up 3rd and 11 on the loss of 3. Ball at the 38. Kite, Jacobs, and Caldwell go to the left side. Javar Gaffney wide right. Now Caldwell comes right. On 3rd and 11. Grossman dancing left. Fires deep. Tipped and incomplete. Dangerous throw.
Very dangerous. That looked a little bit like what we saw from Chris Ricks earlier in the ball game. An ill-advised throw, and whenever Rex Grossman leaves the pocket, he is not nearly as accurate as a thrower as when he stays back there. This is a hard throw, moving, rolling, and was very lucky that this one wasn't picked off.
Matt Leach on to punt. Robinson awaits the punt.
He's going to need oxygen after the game.
Takes a fair catch at the 8-yard line and bobbles the ball. Leach gets a couple of pats on the head. That's right. Seldom used Matt Leach. Lucky break for Florida State. Time call.
This holiday from Honda, we've gone all out on gifts that go. We've rolled back MSRP's $200 on our smallest XRs, CR80s, and smallest Sport Tracks. On our bigger XRs, we've added bonus bucks, $200 towards merchandise. And on all XRs and CRs, there's no payment and no interest for 3 months, and no down payment with the Honda card. Gifts that go, going all out for the holidays.
This way. You're not going to believe this.
What was stolen?
Everything. Payroll, R&D, customer records, all the assets.
How could they get everything?
I don't know. You're the cops.
The room is completely empty. All the assets were in this room?
Everything. Ned, the servers. They stole all our servers.
No, we moved everything onto that one. It's going to save us a bundle. I sent out an email.
IBM e-servers running Linux.
What's a server?
They can save you a bundle.
What do you think of this one?
I think it's nice.
Would you care to take a closer look?
Thanks.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. Very sparkly.
How about I put some chili on it?
Nice.
It's Chili Makes It Better month at Sonic, featuring our extra long coney covered with meaty chili and shredded cheese. Get one now with a large order of tots for just $2.99. And if you just can't get enough chili, try these other chili favorites, like our Fritos chili pie.
The Home Depot College Football on CBS is sponsored by Sonic, Sun America, IBM, and by Honda.
7:32 to go in regulation. 27-13. And the ball at the 7. Ricks will go from the spread. 4 wideouts, and Nick Maddox is in the slot.
That's Maddox right there, the running back. Doesn't look like a running play, though, unless it's a quarterback draw.
From the end zone, Ricks, right side. Catch is made for a 1-yard gain. And it's made right in front of Gus Scott, number 9. Well, we invite you to join us on Thursday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, as the Broncos go into Texas Stadium to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Ryan Greasy against Rocket Ismail, and a special half-hour edition of the NFL Today, Thanksgiving afternoon, 3:30 Eastern Time. 2nd and 8 at the 9.
Chris Ricks really needs to be careful here. His team's only down 14. Got to be smart with the football.
He comes to his left in the end zone, gets rid of it. And there's going to be holding in the end. No, I thought the flag was coming out. I thought the flag was coming out.
I thought they might call intentional grounding. If that was a penalty with him in the end zone, it probably would have been a safety. The pressure by Scott and Alex Brown, and he just unloads it. The question, is there anyone in the area, because he's not really out of the tackle box. It was tipped by Oquendo. Very lucky for Chris Ricks right there.
3rd down. Four-man rush. Here comes Alex Brown. Ricks fires it way up in the air. And the catch is no.
He caught the ball, I think, but juggled it coming out of bounds and not able to get the feet down. Tallman Gardner has been very quiet tonight for the Florida State offense. Makes the grab. Bobbling, and his foot was half on the line and half in the field.
And that means Chance Gwaltney will kick from the end zone. Lito Shepherd at the 47. Here's the punt, not a good one. Matter of fact, a bad one.
Kicking game. Matt Leach pins him down to the 8. Chance Gwaltney can't get him out of there. The Gators in scoring territory again.
How safe is your retirement plan? Sun America can help. Just ask your financial advisor. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
On November 21st,
Tom Bishop's been arrested for espionage.
the game, I'm getting him out, is
7 minutes.
6 minutes.
I can make it. Trust me. 30 seconds.
Spy Game.
Get out now.
Rated R at theaters Wednesday.
Morning. How'd you sleep?
Good.
I slept great. Must be that fresh mountain air, you know? Nothing like it. Oh, man.
Introducing the Jetta wagon, with room for 70 cubic feet of anything.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Wow. MP3 player, digital camera, DVD player. Very nice. Looks like somebody's kids are going to be very happy this holiday.
Kids! I'll be right.
We know how you feel, and that's why Circuit City has great gift ideas this holiday season. Circuit City, we're with you.
Hey, my wife loves these things. All wives love things.
Could you...
Garth Brooks performs live from the aircraft carrier, the USS Enterprise. Garth Brooks, Coast to Coast Live. All new concert event, CBS Wednesday.
Crowd of better than 85,000. Sold out Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, Florida Field. Some dressed more casually than others. 1st down and 10 after a 19-yard punt. And here's Grossman. Back to throw. Right side for Gaffney. And he has
Yes. They get the great field position after the terrible punt, and they go right at it. Jabbar Gaffney, your main guy, run him on the post. Perfect throw by Grossman. And what a great job of Gaffney hanging on, knowing he's going to get drilled by the safety, Chris Hope. Doesn't even bobble it.
4 for 65 and the touchdown.
We know that Gaffney's graceful. We know he can catch. We also know he's tough.
Rex Grossman has now thrown 32 touchdowns in 2001.
Now or forever hold your peace.
November 20th. Get me the spaceman. Witness the evolution of DVD. It's the most technically advanced DVD on the planet.
Bow your head.
Planet of the Apes, a must-own DVD, Tuesday.
Tonight after the game, warmer weather could mean fewer venison donations for food pantries. The story tonight.
Tonight at 10 on News Channel 5.
Little frustration etched in the faces of Florida State's players. They trail 34-13. Grossman and Gaffney again. Here's Crefonso Thorpe, number 1, in jail. Down at the 12. Rex Grossman over 300 yards in every game so far this season. He's only 10 yards shy tonight. As a sophomore, we're talking about Heisman Trophy. No sophomore has ever won the Heisman Trophy since it was began in 1937. Bertelli, Glenn Davis, Herschel Walker, and Marshall Faulk are the only 4 sophomores who finished second, and 3 of them went on to win the following year. First down and 10. Handoff Maddox to the 15. Greg Jones has not played in this half.
No. And, you know, when Bobby said coming out of the locker room, told Jill, we're going to throw the heck out of it. We're going to throw it all the time. And that pretty much takes Greg Jones out of the game, because Nick Maddox is the guy you want in there as a receiver in your passing game.
Second down 6. We near the midway point of the 4th quarter. Here's Ricks. Tipped. Intercepted. Todd Johnson gets his second. Now they're going to wave it off.
And that was not Chris Ricks' fault. That was a pretty decent throw. And Gardner not able to corral it. Trying to work the inside of the field, and that's a good throw. Gardner had both hands on it. And the ball trapped by Johnson. Say Walker, not Gardner. The receiver
Walker.
Intended.
3rd and 6. Into the flat left side. Nick Maddox. Benny Alexander, number 30, out there one-on-one, and Maddox is hurt.
Just good fundamental defense by the Florida Gators. I mean, they're playing a zone, they're dropping out of there, and they're just keeping everything in front of them. And then they say, let's go make the tackle. Zone defense, rush 4, make them catch it in front, and then go up and be a good tackler. And that's what Benny Alexander did. Maddox hurt a little bit, but Alexander in position.
That brings on Chance Gwaltney, who in this half has kicks of 20 and 19 yards. This one a little more effective, but it takes a Florida bounce. Not to the 40.
I think he's got to change his shoe. He's got to get matching shoes. That doesn't work. I mean, if you're kicking them about 60 yards a kick, you can wear shoes like that. But when you're kicking 20 and 19 yarders, match them up.
I told you it was better. It was 27.
Okay.
Now the SEC West Division standings. Auburn loses today. Congratulations to Alabama and Dennis Franchione. Arkansas, LSU. They now meet Friday afternoon, 2:30 Eastern time, and there's a little bit on the line.
Yeah, a whole lot more than we thought a month ago. LSU basically controlling their own destiny now. They have Auburn on December 1st.
On first down, here is Gillespie. Darts into the secondary and is tackled at the 30-yard line. Nice run. And again, Ernest Graham, injured ankle in the locker room. This tackle was made by Marcellus Church. 6.5 to go. Second down and 1.
Little mock Florida State fight song being played and listened to by the Florida fans here, doing the Gator chomp instead of the tomahawk chop.
First down, Florida, as Gillespie works his way down to the 27-yard line.
You know, I know that Nebraska is leading the BCS. I'm not so sure that the two best teams all around in the country are here in the state of Florida. Miami and these Florida Gators, I think, are the two best teams.
Here are the current Bowl Championship Series rankings. Nebraska, Miami 1 and 2. Oklahoma 1 today. Florida, in order to get to the championship game, needs help.
Yep. Oregon, they don't play again until December 1st.
Right.
Against Oregon State.
On first down, here is Gillespie. Nice run again to the 17-yard line. Darnell Dockett, number 45, with the tackle. Steve Spurrier telling us yesterday that there's an unusual feeling to this game again because they haven't accomplished one of their goals, which is to win the SEC East. And of course, they've got the big game coming up against Tennessee here on December 1st. That postponed because of the attack on America on September 11th.
Yep.
And Florida, 434 yards. This is 4 games in a row that Florida State has given up in excess of 400 yards. Second down, they'll keep it on the ground. And Gillespie.
The tired defense, Vern. The fresh, quick legs of Robert Gillespie and a very tired Seminole defense. The fundamentals are the first thing to go when you get tired. Missed tackles, out of position, overrunning plays. A long night getting even longer for the Florida State defense.
38 yards on 8 carries now for Gillespie. And a first down and goal. Two on the shot clock. He does get it snapped. The fade route, Riche Caldwell, incomplete. I think I said the shot clock instead of the play clock.
Well, when Florida plays, it's kind of like basketball.
That's right.
It's kind of like a fast break attack. At the end of the play, Caldwell got one hand on it, not able to pull it in.
.420 to go. Penalty is 12 men on the field, Florida State.
You know, when I saw them practice on Thursday, they were doing some team defensive drills where they had their backups lined up right behind their starters. So they have 14 or 15 guys on the field at the same time. That might have been their best chance tonight if they could have got away with that.
On first down, Gillespie dives, comes up about a foot short. Rex Grossman might come up short of the 300-yard mark tonight. He's got 290, as we said. They've kept it on the ground and worked on the clock on this drive. And if so, it would be the first time. Maryland defeats North Carolina State 23-19. Congratulations, Terrapins.
And to Ralph Friedgen, first-year head coach at his alma mater. Be a tough act to follow after that. 10-1. My goodness. Wonder if they're going to call it the Grossman leap here. Dive with the ball over.
Well, they scored one. Nope. Gillespie. Third down.
Good defense.
Clock continues to wind down. Now let's take a look at the CBS Sportsline stat of the game. Grossman's numbers for the night: 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has a streak of 9 consecutive games of 300 yards plus.
The thing I like about the Heisman situation this year, Vern, is that it's going to go down to the end of the season and the way it should. I mean, nobody won it in September. Nobody won it in August. The guys who are contenders for it right now get to play it all the way through. And they've got big games left to end their season. And I think it's going to be a heck of a race here in the last 2 weeks.
Florida allows the play clock to wind down and then uses a timeout.
What could be as easy as paying with SpeedPass at Mobile? Paying with SpeedPass at Exxon. To get your free SpeedPass, call now or go to speedpass.com. Exxon, we're drivers too. You'll like all the things you can buy with SpeedPass. But if it's lost or stolen, you'll also like knowing you won't have to pay for any unauthorized purchases. Security is guaranteed. Call now for your free SpeedPass. Exxon, we're drivers too.
12 per game, and they're scoring 46, right? Time now for the Exxon and Mobile virtual scoring recap. There are a lot of scores. Florida jumped out to a 14-0 lead. This was a Taylor Jacobs touchdown catch. Then Jeff Chandler tacked on 2 field goals to make it 20-0. Bethia got Florida State on the board just before the half with a field goal. Then he kicked another to make it 20-6. Grossman dived over left guard. That made it 27-6. A nice catch by the freshman P.K. Sam to make the margin 27-13. And we are now standing at 34-13. 3rd and goal, 2:41 to go. Well, for the season, Florida is averaging 46 points per game, and they're giving up 12 points per game. If they score here, they're just about going to be at those levels. They'll pass it. Incomplete.
Not quite enough air under that one. Rex Grossman doesn't miss many when he gets down there by the goal line. That one could have afforded just a little bit more air. A little move of respect here, I think, by Steve Spurrier for Bobby Bowden not going for another touchdown. Took a shot at it on 3rd down and now opting for the field goal on 4th down.
Jeff Chandler comes on. He's kicked 2 tonight. He has kicked 3 tonight. 37-13. Gators lead the Noles.
How safe is your retirement plan? Sun America can help. Just ask your financial advisor. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
Sunday on 60 Minutes, who watches the Border Patrol while the Border Patrol is watching the border? Unhappily, whoever it is, is not doing a very good job of it. Sunday on 60 Minutes. That's followed by Oscar winner Richard Dreyfuss in the new hit series The Education of Max Pickford. Then the Hallmark Hall of Fame presents a dramatic story of courage and romance in love and war. That's the Sunday night lineup on CBS. 1986, the last time that Florida State had 4 L's in the column. And they're about to be delivered their 4th of the season tonight.
Bobby Bowden said, if you're going to get us, this year is the year to get us, because they're young and they're going to be back. There's no question.
Here's Petrovich with the kickoff. And Cafonso Thorpe elects not to bring it out. Touchback, comes out to the 20-yard line. The Bowl Championship Series current rankings, Nebraska 11-0, ranked number 1. Miami with another big win today, ranked 2nd. And Oklahoma defeating Texas Tech today, ranked 3rd.
That game there, the Colorado game, not going to be an easy one for Nebraska. The Buffaloes always play Nebraska strong.
Nebraska, and here's the next trio of teams: Oregon, Florida, and the Texas Longhorns. This thing will play out now over the next couple of weeks. Adrian McPherson is in at quarterback. This is more or less just a guest appearance now for the freshman.
And a concession on the part of Bobby Bowden. We're going to run the football and head on back to Tallahassee.
2nd down and 6. McPherson, the true freshman. Talked a little bit about him earlier. Football and basketball. And for the season, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Clock under 2 minutes to go. Toss left, Eric Shelton, number 35, at the 24-yard line.
You know, Vern, this game is got a special place in my heart. Florida State, not just because it's a great rivalry and fun to broadcast, but 2 years ago when I was here doing this game, it was the weekend that my 3rd son Eli was born. He was born the Friday night before the Florida State game. Not sure my wife is still forgiving me for that. But
are the kids up this late watching?
No, but Eli's birthday is November 19th, so we'll have a big party on Monday.
On 3rd down, Shelton stopped at the 25. Well, there may be a whiff of hope in that sign. They need some help. And it's 4th down. Executive producer of the Home Depot SEC football, Terry Ewert. The coordinating producer, Craig Silver. Tonight's game directed by Bob Fishman. Our studio show produced by Vin DeVito and directed by Linda Molino. The coordinating producer of CBS Sports, Harold Bryant. The associate director of today's game, Fred Johnson. Associate producer, Roger Wilson. Broadcast associates, Debbie Bulak and Jason Greenberg. Our technical managers, here's the punt by Gwaltney, Bob Jamieson, and Nick Miro, and the technical director, Dennis Stone. Our audio mixer, Jack Stocker. Here in the booth, Santa Monica, Chuck Gardner, Joe Castana, and Matt Syme helping us. Thanks to all. And happy Thanksgiving to all. Last time Florida State lost back-to-back games 10 years ago when they lost to Miami and Florida. And with 22 seconds to go, Brock Berlin is in at quarterback. So Grossman will fall 10 yards short of 300 yards for the first time this season. Willie Green, number 32, the oft-injured freshman running back. Steve Spurrier and the Florida Gators win it convincingly. And they move toward the showdown with Tennessee.
The good news for Bobby Bowden, he only has 6 senior starters. They'll be good. The bad news, Florida only has 7. They're young and good too.
Florida State drops to 6-4. The Florida Gators go to 9-1. We go downstairs to Jill with Steve Spurrier.
Coach Spurrier, congratulations. These seniors finally get a victory over Florida State. Are you the best team in the country to deserve a shot for the national championship?
No, we're just worried about trying to beat Tennessee and win the Eastern Division. That's our next assignment. But really proud of our team. Our defense played super tonight. Rashay, Jabbar, and Rex really did some good things. So we were fortunate, and but our defense was outstanding.
Well, Coach, congratulations. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Jill, thank you. Our Army player of the game, Rex Grossman, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns. That gives him 32 for the season. He did throw 1 pick, but it was a marvelous play by Michael Boulware that led to the interception. Rex Grossman, our player of the game. Our final score, 37-13, Gators win. Regional action, the NFL on CBS tomorrow. The lead game early, the Jets at Miami, San Diego, Oakland, and Jacksonville, Pittsburgh late. It all begins with the NFL today, tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Florida wins, and they win it big. For Todd Blackledge, Jill Arrington, I'm Vern Lundquist saying good night from the swamp in Gainesville. See you next Friday from Baton Rouge.